Hey folks, I'm Rick. It's Twin Brook Acres. Welcome back. So you know those videos where somebody does something stupid and the video goes viral? Well, I missed my opportunity for one of those videos. I'll tell you what happened. So if you recall, if you've seen the videos, last couple of videos, I had a problem with the hydraulic hoses for my backhoe on my Massey Ferguson GC2610. And they had gotten damaged. So I did the repairs I had to do. I got them up out of the way. And then I went out to do some snow blowing with the rear mounted snow blower on my tractor. As I was mowing, I noticed that the hydraulic lines had dropped back down again, and they were close to the PTO shaft for the rear snowblower. So I jumped off the tractor to get a better look, and as I did, as I came around the back side of the tractor, came off there, came around, stood right here, and like this, to look at the tractor to see what was going on. The PTO shaft for the snowblower caught the two hoses and ripped them apart. And as that happened, the hydraulic fluid gave me a shower. I got drenched, completely drenched in hydraulic fluid. So that probably would have gone viral if I had that on video. I would have felt like a fool, but it probably would have gone viral. So I've taken the damaged hoses off, and I purchased the new hoses. I need to install them, so I'll show you quickly how they get installed. It's an easy job. It's a couple of little tight quarters to get into, but it's not all that difficult. It's a costly repair because I lost, I think it's 4 gallons or 5 gallons, I forget now, 4 or 5 gallons worth of hydraulic fluid plus the lines. So for the fluid and the lines, it was $287, I think, and maybe some change. So a costly mistake on my part, but I'll put it back together. I need the tractor for tomorrow. We're getting probably about 12 or 14 inches of snow tomorrow, so I've got to get the tractor fixed and get the snow blower back on the tractor so I can handle the snow tomorrow. I was going to do this repair yesterday, but it was about 13 below zero Fahrenheit. It's up to a balmy, about 18 degrees Fahrenheit today. So I'd rather do the repair today than yesterday. So we'll get at it. All right, so these are the new hoses. And I made these a little extra long, about a foot longer than the original hoses. That way I've got a little more hose to play with, and I can maybe tuck them up out of the way better than the old hoses so they don't get damaged again. They're always in the way. I think any hydraulic hose on any tractor is in the way, but I think especially these, just because of where they are and all the moving parts around them. So I've got the new hoses. I've already color coded them, so I know where they go. I put the yellow ties on the longer hose and the blue ties on the shorter hose. And now I just need to install them. So we are at the right rear section of the tractor. You can see I took the tire off for better access in here. You can see right there is the one remaining hose. It's got the red tie on it. That one's okay. And that actually couples up with the, we'll call it the yellow hose, one with the yellow tie on it. That couples up, the red one couples up with the yellow when the backhoe's not on. And the yellow one hooks in right there. So that's up under the floor deck. So I've got to hook up the hose there, bring it up through here. I'll just follow these lines there and bring it in right alongside the red hose right there. and then it'll come out the back here. The blue hose, let's see, that gets hooked up. Let's see if I can find it here. That gets hooked up right there. That's a shorter hose. I'll hook that up there. And that'll come out, and then what I'll do is I'll tie them up in here somewhere. I think most owners of the GC series tractors by Massey Ferguson tie them up in here somewhere, and I've got bungee cords and ropes and whatever I need to tie it up out of the way. Got to be careful that they're out of the way of these lift arms and the top link and even the bottom arms here. So the best thing to do is tie it up in here somewhere. So I'll put those hoses on, and then we'll come back on the video, show you where they are. And then I just need to fill up the transmission with about 4 gallons of fluid. Now, I've noticed in a few videos, while I'm here, and then on Facebook groups that I'm on, everybody wonders how they know that their transmission is full of fluid. You can't tell because there's the sight glass, and it's really hard to tell if it's full of fluid. So when it's full of fluid, it's going to have a yellow tint to it. And if you see this one, there's no yellow tint. The metal in there is clear. It's silver or whatever the color is. You can tell there's no yellow tint to it. So it's really clear when that's low on fluid that you ain't got enough fluid in there. So just a little bonus tip for you. All right, let's get the hoses on. Okay, so the yellow hose is on, and that one was a little difficult. Now, they were both kind of difficult to put on, only because my fingers were so cold touching the metal, I couldn't really feel what I was doing. I couldn't tell if it was threading properly or not because I had no feelings in my fingers. But I got it on, made sure it wasn't cross-threaded, got the right zip tie there, the right color coding on the zip tie. Tied it in here with a couple of zip ties along this wiring, and brought it through over here. And I probably should have run it on the outside of this cable, but it's too late now, and that'll be fine. So then it comes out on the back end right here, and then I'll just tie it up. And the blue hose is hooked up right there. That one was still a little tricky to thread on with frozen fingers, but it wasn't as bad as the yellow one. So those are on. And once again, let's see, right about there, you can see the difference on the sight glass. You can see the difference between where the oil is and where the oil isn't. And it's clear. Where the oil is, it's yellow. So it's really clear. It's easy to tell where your oil is within that sight glass. As I said, a lot of people don't know and they ask how to tell. So there you go. If it's yellow, you got oil in it. And by the way, just so you know, if you're taking this hose off, this piece right here is 11/16, and the other one here that you want to hold, that is 3/4. I thought they'd be metric, but my metrics didn't seem to fit, so maybe they're standard. So again, it's 11/16 here, 3/4 there, and then I'll show you on the other one. So on this one, I think all I needed was the 11/16 to break the hose loose. The other one didn't budge, and that's bigger than 3/4. So I'm not sure what size that one is, but I don't think I even use it. The hose just came loose with the 11/16 on the hose itself. Alrighty, folks. So this is actually day 2. I didn't finish the video yesterday because I think the cold weather was killing my battery. Kept dying on me. I charged it up a little bit and it just would shut off. So anyway, we'll finish up the video today. So everything's done. I got the hoses all tied up. There's a bungee cord there holding them up. I've got a zip tie right there holding them together. And then another one down right here. And that's to hold this hose away from the away from the PTO again in the shaft, so it doesn't get grabbed and yanked apart again. So everything's done there. I started it up. Everything looks good. There's no leaks anywhere. So the only thing I've got to do now is clean all of the fluid off of the back end of the tractor, and you can probably see all the sheen on the snowblower here. That's all covered with fluid as well. So I wiped down the worst of it, but I've got to clean it up really well. Alrighty, so that's another job done, another repair out of the way, and we'll see what comes up next. But I wanted to get that tractor done because I have to take care of this today. So it's not as bad as I thought. They said 6 to 12 inches. That usually means a lot more than that for me. I'm in a snow belt and I'm in a higher elevation, so that usually means more snow than what they tell us. But it ended up 8 inches, so nothing serious. Not as bad as I had thought it was going to be. But it did turn to some freezing rain. If you can hear it on my coat. It's a mixture of snow and freezing rain. So I've got to get out here and start clearing this with the tractor. So as always, thanks for tuning in. If you're a new subscriber, thanks for signing on. And if it's your first time visiting, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next video.